Hello everybody, welcome back to my gaming review. As you can see, I got my big original limited edition blue Xbox Halo, my Forza Horizon Xbox One that I bought a little while ago. And I want to talk about why Microsoft should keep on supporting the Xbox One. Now, they can make games for the Xbox Series S and X that are like exclusive to those consoles, because obviously there was like a power difference, and obviously the new game consoles have a lot more going for them, obviously. But one of the biggest reasons why Microsoft should keep on supporting the Xbox One is because, well, if they don't, it's basically going to be the end of the system. Because Microsoft went with the route of having to have DRM being a major part of the Xbox, and when you buy an Xbox One, right out of the box, you have to set it up with a Wi-Fi connection. Now, you can actually use the Xbox One offline. All you have to do is make it your home Xbox, shut the internet off, and you can play all your games offline. So it's not completely DRM, but you do have to have an internet connection, and you do have to be signed into a Microsoft Xbox account, just to be able to play games and download games. And before you even play games offline or even single player games, you have to actually go into them first with the Wi-Fi connection, then leave, then go offline. It is very ridiculous. The PlayStation 4 doesn't have this DRM issue, but I use my Xbox offline with my games I have downloaded to my hard drive, so I do know that you could use these offline, obviously, but the DRM is still there, and it's a major issue with the Xboxes. And I'm not really sure why Microsoft chose this, because the Xbox 360 didn't have DRM. No Xbox ever had DRM until the Xbox One. They're very heavily reliant on internet connection. But anyway, because these are so heavily reliant on having a internet connection, having a Microsoft account being set up to it, and stuff like that, and obviously the DRM, if Microsoft stops supporting this console, and if they choose to just kind of end the all-out support for this and end its connection to the Xbox Store and the Microsoft services, this thing will basically become useless. Now, unlike the PlayStation 4, this thing will become useless. But the PS4, with the PS4, you have physical games that you can play, and even if Sony decides to stop supporting the PlayStation 4 and they decide to do what they have tried to do with the PS3, what they're going to do with the PlayStation 3, well, they basically cut off the connection to PSN and the Sony services one day. The PlayStation 4 is still going to be usable because the console itself isn't Wi-Fi only. It's not heavily reliant on internet connection or even the Sony servers, because you could actually buy physical games, put them in the disk drive, and you'll be able to play like a normal game console. But most physical games on the Xbox One side of things have to have an update. They have to have a download requirement thing just to get into the game. So even if you have discs for your Xbox One, physical discs, you still can't play them because you have to have an internet connection and you have to have that first time set up and have a Microsoft account just to play games. So Microsoft should keep the Xbox One supported. They should keep on just, they can't ever cut it off from the Microsoft Store. They can't ever just kind of end all of its, internet capabilities, because if Microsoft ever does that, which it would be very stupid if they ever do, I don't think they will though, because the Xbox Series S and X basically have the exact same store. It's literally the same store, and the Series S and X technically all just Xbox Ones. But I think that what Microsoft should do with the Xbox One is that, for Xbox gamers going forward, if people buy a brand new Xbox One out of the box, or they still have one of these and it's 20 years in the future, they should still be able to sign into their Microsoft account and still be able to access the store and the services, because again, if the Xbox One loses all of these services, and if it loses its connection to the Microsoft Store and all that stuff, you won't be able to play digital or physical games on the Xbox One, which is a massive issue because you can play physical games on PS3, PlayStation 4. But if one day Microsoft moves completely away from this and they decide to cut it off from the store and all the services, it will be useless. And physical games, physical discs have to have an update for most Xbox games. I'm pretty sure all of them have to have an update. But yeah, I mean, it's a really sucky thing, but hopefully Microsoft understands this, and hopefully they keep this as like a budget option. Like if people don't want to go upgrade to a Series S or X, at least they have options. When you have the Xbox One original, you have the S, you have the X that you can go for, and obviously you have the new ones if you want to upgrade. But if people want to continue using the Xbox Ones, I'm hoping Microsoft keeps these things supported and they never shut down the Microsoft Store or the services, because again, a lot of games need updates, and the system itself, right out of the box, has to have an account set up, has to be connected to the Microsoft Store, just for these things to work. So, I'm just saying, hopefully Microsoft keeps these things supported. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about all this stuff, and if Microsoft will keep supporting the Xbox One. What I mean by support is that they basically keep it alive by, not removing any, like, don't remove the store from it. You can still use the store on the system, not like Nintendo with the Wii U and 3DS where they cut the store off. But what I mean is that hopefully Microsoft keeps supporting it to where, it's a system that you can keep, or you could upgrade to a Series S or X. But I think Microsoft should keep it as obviously a choice and as a usable console still. But anyway, I'm in the video, so I hope everyone enjoys. I hope people understand what I'm saying in this video. Like, if Sony ends everything with PlayStation 4, which means like if they disconnect the store from the PS4, that console is still gonna be usable because of the physical games. Xbox One, though, sadly, that's not the case. So that's the whole point of the video. And so hopefully the Xbox One basically stays supported, and hopefully Microsoft knows that they built this system the way it is, where it needs to have an account, it needs to have Wi-Fi and all that stuff. So hopefully we could use these things for decades and never have to worry about these things becoming bricked. If it ever happens, though, it sucks. But yeah, so that's the whole reason why I want to make the video. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think about the Xbox One and what Microsoft will do in the future to this console. And peace out. It's been my gaming review. Oh yeah, Xbox One. Oh yeah.